Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to youtube.com/1hourshower, the coolest channel on YouTube. I know it's been a while, took some time off, I went through a breakup, and that breakup sucked. So I'm here today to make a video called How to Get Through a Breakup. Now I've been through many breakups, and I'm probably going to be through a lot more, and it may be tacky that I'm making one right now after I went through one, but I reached out to the subscribers. You guys said that this would be a good idea, so I'm here to make one. Let's get right to it. Hopefully this helps. No matter how many times we've been through a breakup, it feels like it's the first time we've been through one. And it feels like it's going to last forever. And when we look back on our lives and we look at the person that went through those breakups, we can't even relate to that person. We don't remember why we felt the way we felt or how we felt. We can't even relate to our own selves, which is crazy. But when you're in the midst of a breakup, it seems like it's everything and the world's crumbling around you, but that's not true. And I think one of the reasons that when we look back on our lives and we see the person that went through the breakup and can't relate to them, it's because that relation we're having is subconscious, so we can't connect the dots, but it is there. And we do draw strength from each breakup we go through, but it's more of a subconscious or spiritual type of feeling or journey that happens, and that's why we can't relate to that person. But believe me, it's going to make you stronger, it's going to make you more spiritual or more connected to yourself, and you may be able to look back and associate or connect with that person more and more as you go through life. And hopefully you don't have many breakups, or especially breakups that are really bad, but you may, and we're here to get you through this one, the next one, and the next one if that's what happens with your life path. Remember, you're not alone. You may feel like you're alone, but you're not. I've been through a breakup. The person right next to you in your house has been through a breakup. All your friends at work or your friends at school have been through breakups. And like I said about how we can't connect with the old us going through a breakup, people sometimes can't connect with us while we're going through a breakup because they're not. So think about it. If we can't connect with ourselves, how can we expect others to connect with us? So this is a journey that we walk alone to an extent. But remember that everyone you see on any given day has been through something of this magnitude, maybe even bigger. Maybe there were children involved, or multiple pets involved, or there was a house or a car, or there was just so much time spent, 20, 30 years, because these things do happen. So we have to be prepared for that. Remember, you're not alone. There's a reason that you broke up with this person, or that they broke up with you, or that you decided to get it to break up. And you have to hold on to these feelings and remember the negativity that was drawn from those moments in a relationship. Stick to your guns. Don't change your mind and think something's going to change, because it's not. So hold strong, stay tight, keep everything close to the vest, and you'll get through it. Do not continue to speak to that person, regardless of if it's for physical intimacy or feelings of importance or desirability. You have to stop talking to that person. I know it may be difficult if there are items shared between you two, like a pet or a car like I mentioned earlier, but you have to stop talking to them. Under no circumstances should you share yourself with them, even if you feel like it's fun, because believe me, everyone's weak, and you say, you know what, I'm just hanging out with this person because we're friends and we have a lot of secrets together, or I'm just hanging out with this person because they're the only person that gets me. No matter what you tell yourself, there's no good reason, not a good enough reason to hang out with this person, so stop. Very important, reach out to a friend. Even while you're going through the breakup, keep a friend of yours informed. Now I know there's that old saying, don't trust anyone, but there comes a time where you're desperate and you need to reach out to someone. So with me, I have a good friend of mine who I reached out to, and he invited me over his house nearly every night. And those first 5 or 7 days of the breakup were so critical to me that he got me out, and I survived that first week, that when the 8th day, the 10th day passed, I looked back and I said, you know, I reached out to him. I said, thank you so much for spending time with me, because you allowed me and you helped me to get through this. If you wasn't there, I don't know what I would have done. I was sitting in my room just thinking about negativity and thinking about sadness and pain. He called me, he said, come on, you're coming over here. So I went over there, and it was the experience I needed. So by the time I left there around that 8th day and 9th day, I was like, oh my God, I feel so much better. And I reached out to that person. I thanked them. Tremendous help in my life. And I said, no matter, even if you call me a jerk one day, I'll agree with you, and I'll say, you know what, you're probably right, I'm a jerk. That's how good of a friend he was. So no matter what happens from this point forward, those 5 to 7 days, I'll always respect that person for that, for being there for me. My next point is something that I've drawn off of from hip-hop music, actually. There's a guy called Guru who was in a band named Gangstar, and he once said in a song, don't do drugs or drink because that's only going to accelerate the feelings that I wish to alleviate. And those lines always stood with me, and I always suggested that to friends of mine who would go to the bar when they would go through a breakup, or they would just drink at their house, or they would go out and smoke cigarettes, stupid stuff like that. I would say, I'm telling you that it may be temporary that you feel better, but the feelings are going to be even stronger, and they're going to have more of a control over you. So avoid drugs and alcohol. Do the exact opposite. Cleanse yourself. Go to the gym. Exercise. I recommend that in my videos because I just love the feeling that it gives me, and it does cleanse your system and your mind. So avoid any nasty stuff like drugs or alcohol. Just don't do that stuff because it's just going to make you feel horrible for an extended period of time. This 5 or 7 day breakup will last like a year, and by the end of the year you won't even know what's bothering you. You'll just be depressed. So just nip it, stay strong, reach out to a friend, don't talk to that person, don't do drugs or alcohol. Another point, one that I actually just realized lately, I've talked about realizations in previous videos. I had a realization, and that is, don't confuse anxiety with hatred. So when you're sitting there saying, I hate that person, I hate that person, I hate him, I hate her, it's not hate, it's anxiety. So understand that and recognize that. Even when the anxiety takes control and begins to really grab you and take you in a direction you don't want to go, tell yourself to put your ego in check and say, I am suffering from anxiety, I am sad, I am upset. That is okay, because that's what's happening. You're going to say to yourself, I'm not sad, I'm mad. It's not true. You're going to say to yourself, I hate this person. It's not true. It's anxiety. You're sad, you're lonely, you're anxious. These things are correctable. Anger and hatred, those things aren't correctable. That's not what's in your body or your heart right now. So don't confuse anxiety with hatred. Very important. Speaking of anxiety and associating that with hate, a lot of the times we lose our desirability. We feel like we're not desired, and there's a feeling, whether it be driven from competition or insecurity or whatever the feeling's driven from, it's you want to feel desired. So you have to tell yourself that you are desired. So when this person and you have this physical connection or physical intimacy, and you feel like you might want to share it again, even though you're not dating anymore, it's not a good idea, because there's other people who desire you, probably people right around the corner, or people on your text message list that desire you. So reach out to them, because you're going to find that desirability factor from other people besides this person that you're going through a breakup with. Do not scream at them, yell at them, get physical with them, say nasty things, send nasty messages. It's all really, that's a very dangerous game. It's like a game of poker, because like I said earlier, when you look back and you can't even remember who that person was that went through this breakup years ago, now you're risking breaking the law or freaking someone out to the point where they call authorities or something. It just gets messy, and you're still going to look back at this experience and say, I can't even remember that experience. So don't go crazy. Be very smart about what you say, and keep everything close to the vest. Do not scream, yell, attack, say nasty things. Don't even cuss. Like, play it so safe, because you don't know when if people aren't doing what you're doing, which is addressing these feelings you're having, and they're just going crazy and wild on the other end of the breakup. You don't want to send things out that way that could potentially come back at you. So just be very close to yourself. Be very careful. Convert your emotions into positivity. Take anything that you're going through and do your best to turn it into a positive. Smiling at a stranger. You still have the ability to impact others, even though you're going through a breakup and you feel like the world should pause around you and allow you to go through this, and then you'll come back to them. It's not going to happen. The world's still going to expect greatness out of you, so be great. Continue to turn people's days into positive experiences. I know I get into an elevator sometimes with someone and I just smile at them. I say, how's your day going? Have an open-ended conversation, have a joke, and know that I may have been finishing my day while they're starting theirs, and I'm kicking them off into a positive area by saying, hey, I'm warm, I'm welcome. Hopefully the rest of the people in your day are, and they may be going through a breakup too. A lot of people go through a breakup. It's actually universal, like I said earlier. You may be going through a breakup with all your friends at the same time. It's just the way life is. So remain positive. Take any negativity and churn it like butter into positivity until it comes out in a positive form. Remind yourself of your value, what you bring to the table in a relationship. Tell yourself these things and what you brought to the relationship that you were just in, what you can learn from it. Analyze it. Don't obsess over it. I know that's hard because there's so many emotions, and it's easy to look from the outside in and say, here's what you should do. Here's how easy it is. Look, I've been through it. Everybody's been through it. You know, come on out. Don't worry about it. It's okay. But when you're in the middle of it looking out, it's much, much different. Embrace your fresh start, understanding that you have now a new role in your life and in the life of those around you. You're available to them. You're available to meet new people. Take any reminders you have around your room or in your car or in your house or notebook or cell phone. Get rid of them, because sometimes in those moments you'll say, well, I'm going to want to look at this one day, right? I'm going to want to keep this. It's a smart idea, but it's not, because it's only affecting you negatively now, and the chances that's going to affect you positively in the future are so minimal. You know, most likely what's going to happen is you're going to have a new boyfriend or girlfriend who's going to see this piece of memorabilia, and then a new breakup starts forming. So it's like, just get rid of it now, because you are going to date again. You are valuable. So get rid of all those reminders, embrace the fresh start, change your driving path to work or school, and change your room around a little bit, change your wardrobe around, the cologne you wear, the vitamins you take, whatever. Just tweak everything just a little bit, get rid of all those reminders. An important thing I want to talk about as far as breaking up, men and women handle their emotions much differently in a breakup, and I'm going to explain it to you. Men take the pain from the relationship and it affects them just a little bit every single day, sometimes for the rest of their life. That pain just sits there, stays with them forever. So when they first break up, a man's not going to react the way you may think he's going to. He's just going to be hurting inside for a long time. Whereas with a woman, the first day or two, they are a complete mess. Regardless of the dynamics or the reason for the breakup, women are very bad the first day or two, but then after that, they forget about it. They don't even care. They're not going to give you any more time. It's over. So men and women, their phoenix rises differently, okay? That's the way you got to put it. Men handle it differently. They go through it very small for the rest of their life, a little amount of pain. I know I'm carrying pain from my past experiences. And women, they don't. They have a really bad day or two where they cry for 20 hours straight. Their mom's on their bedside hanging with them, and then they just move on. They don't have any pain from the relationship. So remember that. Don't expect to see something different moving forward. Alright guys, I put it all out there for you. I hope this helps you. If you have any comments, drop them down below. Give some other viewers something that I missed that you may have had in your relationships that you can help others with. Let's help each other out here. That's what we're here for. I'm going to be active again on this channel. I just picked up a second job, so I'm busy, but I'm going to find time to make videos. I promise you that. Thanks a lot for subscribing to youtube.com/1hourshower, the coolest channel on YouTube. I'm back in action, and I think my next video is going to be on how to do good in a job interview. Again, like I just went through a breakup, I just got a second job, and I nailed the job interview. I want to tell you guys about that, so hopefully you can build off of that for yourselves for the future. When you meet with a potential employer, you'll feel good about the meeting, you'll feel confident, you'll say, 1 hour shower, help me get through this. Just like you're going to say about the breakup you're going through now, or the one you just went through. Take it easy.